we would like to invite Dr. Park, a sustainability researcher, writer, and lecturer pursuing excellence in creating positive impact in a scalable, fast, and inclusive manner. Dr. Park is a researcher at the Institute for Manufacturing from the University of Cambridge. She joins us all the way from Britain, is it? Yes, all right. She's flown a long way here to be with us. So may I please welcome Dr. Curie Park onto the stage. Thank you.
And Kokunka for the kind introduction. And also it's very nice to see many familiar faces and new faces like last year and the new faces too. This workshop so far has been such a great learning curve for me. So as well as the external speakers with the sharing your wonderful project, but also I learned a lot about our new project, our project as well. So very good. I'm very proud and pleased to be part of this project. I'm Curie. I'm a part of the PUP project from the Cambridge side. And we are working on the innovation side of for the sustainable business opportunities, as well as developing the new technology that's affordable to turn all the mattresses around the world into the valuable feedstock into manufacturing unit again. Also, creating a higher value business opportunity to better utilize the polyols we break down and capture from the process is very important, so that it's not going to be loss-making, but it will be lucrative and profitable opportunity, so that nornnorn can continue working on these recycling practices rather than giving up because it doesn't really make money. So as well as the innovation ideas we came up with, I'm going to share our journey together and how we came up with these ideas. And as Dr. Bora shared, we have two aims for this project. One is developing this hybrid affordable technology for polyurethane upcycling, and also exchange knowledge for polyurethane upcycling. Hence, we are here together. Led by Center of Excellence in Nanotechnology in AIT, we partnered up with nornnorn, the prominent mattress subscription company in Thailand. And also although I'm from the engineering department with Steve Evans, who's been talking this morning, we are in part of this project from the business innovation, sustainable innovation perspective. When we first started our journey back in 2021, the aim of this program by Royal Academy of Engineering was to form up the international collaboration to bring together the problem solvers for system impact for grand challenges. So meaning that because of the challenge, the size and impact and the magnitude of the challenge, systematic approach and interdisciplinary approach was critical. So we wanted to network between engineers and the academics and the business leaders. Hence, we came together. And I just got the red line here, underline here. The first part was about research, but it's not the research for the sake of research. We all are here to tackle the challenge. This time it was about the piling problem with the mattresses in the landfill around the world. So we not only the research, but we also design the curriculum and course for AIT so that we can share our knowledge, and also we share these programs and workshops with the practitioners like yourselves. So it's not only for the students, but also the practitioners and who's already working in the field. And this is one of our endeavor to exchange our knowledge, so that it is a networking session, and this sharing session is very critical part of our program. I cannot agree more with Professor Joblin and Dr. Eleni's emphasis on the systematic changes, systematic approach, because in order to tackle sustainability problems, one-dimensional approach from the one discipline can only have a partial solutions. So interdisciplinary and systematic thinking, systems thinking is critical to solve the problem. So we have brought into some tools and mechanisms to help us to have a structured system approach so that we can come up with the solutions, understand the challenges more properly, and come up with the solutions. So first, we brought in the Cambridge Technology Road Mapping tool, which helps us to understand where we are now and where we want to go. And then how, if we want to go to our goal, how can we go there? By analyzing trends and drivers and the markets and opportunities and technology and capabilities and enablers from the short-term, mid-term, and the long-term perspective. So for this, we had an internal discussion, 2 rounds online. And the second, we also brought in the Cambridge Value Explorer tool, which help us to understand. We bring in for this one, the in-person, like flesh and blood interaction was very, very important because we also believe in the interaction and serendipity between the different stakeholders. So we are not only talking about business and consumers in this, we talk about minimum 7 different stakeholders, environment, society, customers and employees, and suppliers and investors, and at this time, it wasn't government. So we gather all these most important critical stakeholders from this category, and we analyzed what kind of value we have captured already, and what kind of values are not being captured yet, like a value missed or destroyed and surplus or absent value from these 7 different stakeholders had. So we could dig into, so what's been missing and what's here, what's there, what do they need but we are not providing, or what we have so much but they don't really need. So by looking into this, dissecting the value that we are providing, we're not providing, we can combine them and come up with the value opportunities afterwards. And thirdly, we also adopted a mechanism called interdisciplinary collaborative innovation, which is Ideathon in this case. It's a type of innovation competition that brings people together from different disciplines, and we bring up systematic structure by providing different tools like this and structure. And we provide inspirational stimuli, i.e. refine the task. Say, in this case, we gave a task of develop high-value product ideas using the polyurethane, recycled polyurethane molecule. So that polyols, so that it's not only the polyols we captured from the process will not only go back into the mattress manufacturing process, but it might as well come up with even higher value product ideas. And then we provided collaborative environment, and we also provided hardware and intellectual support by venue and prototyping and the guide and mentorship. So first one, we ran 2 rounds of Ideathon. First one was still during the COVID, like near the end of the COVID period, so we had to do it online. So with the students, we ran a 5-day program, and we provided tools, online tools they can ideate in following our process. And the second round was sometime like last year when we, as a part of our workshop, we could run like hybrid session with some online students. Some of them are here today, right? And some of them were winners of the ideas. And then we also had some students joining from South Korea for the hybrid version. So the ideas, so what the ideas? So we came up with ideas that were not there before we came. We all came with a sort of the consensus of that. Okay, polyurethane is a problem. So what do we do? I don't know, but we want to find out together. Let's do it together. And then so we came up. I mapped out these ideas onto this spider web that you can analyze your circular economy business. So two elements, climate actions and circularity, could be part of this environmental sustainability criteria. And you have sizes of impact, i.e. equality, job and education, and the future potential, which is also not only social sustainability, but also financial sustainability. And from the financial perspective, business perspective, we talked about the technical readiness and the revenue, meaning that how big is the added value? So among these ideas, which idea can bring the biggest scale and biggest revenue stream? So these ideas plotted out are not particularly, I mean, this, if you want to utilize this spider web, you will have individual analysis of a spider web, but for your understanding, I just mapped out these ideas. Some of them are, like, if you look at the high technology readiness level, things like a shoe soles or soundproofing, like polyurethane foam soundproofing, and the cement admixtures or insulation sprays, it's already out there in the market. But only we're suggesting the idea you can replace the polyol, the conventional virgin polyol, with the green polyol we capture from the process. But also from other perspective, from the impact size perspective here, the cement admixture is that by adding some of the polyols up to 10%, that can increase the longevity and the durability of the cement that we are using by 30%. That will increase the circularity and the longevity of the building materials. And it can, because it's a building materials, the scale can be quite large. And also, if you look at the foam insulation spray, this means that insulation, if you insulate the house properly, they will reduce the needs of heating or cooling, meaning that less energy is being used for these purposes. So it can also not only circular economy, but it can also contribute to the climate CO2 mitigation. And the nano engine, so these ideas, cement admixture or nano engine filters or conductive polymer. These are some of the ideas that are new, but you have to mix it with the conventional resins or other materials. And this one is quite interesting. Conductive polymer idea is that by mixing polymer with some resins that can be used, resin and other chemicals that can be used as a conductive polymer for the electronic manufacturers, especially who's targeting at the ESG management and manufacturing, it can be our new target that can be a good demand market for our product. And the merge film is an interesting idea that can be also quite in big scale. That's for the agricultural purpose, so that our PU merge film can be reusable, and also will protect the producers from heat shock by hitting the ground, so that it can also contribute to reducing the food waste from the production. So other than these ideas, we have also different ideas from the value exploration and the road mapping outcomes. So in this, not only about the business ideas, but from the business perspective, which is quite readily available, is matching fund or partner with the Bangkok government, which is critical. And as well as circularity certificates and the carbon credit certificates, it could be quite a good revenue stream, which is not directly from selling the product, but also it can be the indirect revenue stream. And also not only the business side, we also talk about some social side of it, and lots of policy intervention idea came out. A public circular economy campaign for education, or the community collection schemes, or the policy for the entire circular economy value chain, as Eleni mentioned, as well as Steve at the beginning, and the Kanika. It's all about coordination. It's all about connecting the dots so that it's not fragmented, but has to be done in a systematic way. But then, without such a support, like systematic governmental support, it may not be very easy. So that entire the CE industry policy and education programs were one of the, and collection incentives were some of the ideas. And from the very long-term perspective, we came up with this idea about what about we apply our polyol to the medical implant. So it will require lots of further research so that it can meet with medical requirements, but it can be a way to go, and that can be also a major market demand. We can create a major market demand. So far, this is the ideas we came up together. But the project has been quite nice and smooth so far, with lots of outcomes and learnings. But it was not without any challenges, so I'd like to share a little bit of our challenges we've faced so far, such as but the very nature of interdisciplinary collaboration, meaning that this different ways of thinking and the language came together. So inherently, we had to have a difference in our understanding of our languages and expectation. But we overcame it over time by asking, so what do you mean by this? And what is it? What do you want? What do you want me to do this? So how can you do this together? That was overcame over time. And the other challenge was our aim for our product technology development was TRL, Technology Readiness Level number 4, which is the validation at the lab level, meaning that as opposed to our ambitious goal to understand the accurate financial viability of our ideas and process, it may not be actually, it wasn't very possible to come up with the accuracy unless we have a production scale testing and pilots. So that was our innate challenges we had to embrace. And thirdly, and just ask whether I flew in from UK for this directly. Limiting virtual interactions between Thailand and UK. It was also about the international collaboration. But at the beginning, because of the COVID, we couldn't, for the 1.5 years, I don't think we could actually meet up at all because we couldn't travel. But when we could start, traveling, plans and travel, also, when we are doing a project about circularity and climate issues, we do not really want to fly only because of this. So I started to bundling up my journeys and trips to all the Asian countries that I'm doing my project together. So oftentimes, while I'm so glad to be back in Bangkok, oftentimes I'm traveling with a massive suitcase, half shell is winter clothes and half shell is like summer clothes, and with dark circles around my eyes, like I'm so tired. But also that was very good to meet. Finally, when we met our members together, and we could actually understand each other much better because we are like a 3D, not only in Zoom. So that's the dilemma that we are facing with the CO2 reduction, but also we believe in the human interactions. And lastly, there were some contract difficulties, like maybe it's kind of very common, but we wanted to protect our IP, but as well as we wanted to be shared in a nice way. So that has brought us some challenges, especially from the Cambridge side. But that was challenges we are facing and overcoming at the moment finally. So our founder, they had 6 different sustainable development goals to address from this project, and we analyzed how many goals we are achieving with the project. and say we could see that from the good health and the knowledge sharing and the clean water and job creation and the new technology and more affordable bedding for more people, in material circularity, in reduced material footprint and fossil fuel use for the climate action, and the no mattresses in the river and the sea and the landfill, and the academic engagement, we can say half the 11 SDGs are being met through our project. Haha. So to wrap up my talk, I want to say what we've been doing all so far, like not only our project, but our prominent speakers with your project, circular innovation for sustainable development is not an option, and it's a necessity, and our journey will continue. Thank you very much.